Happy post-Halloween, you guys. I wanted to bring us into a space of mindfulness through a guided meditation that I found out about during my yoga teacher training that I have resonated with so much and has truly helped me release my attachments from any kind of fear or worry or situation, any event, any physical happening in my own life, and I'm hoping that it can do the same for yours. So, please find yourself in a space that is available to you, either laying down or sitting in a comfortable seat. Feet can be grounded on the floor, knees can be bent if you're laying down, and let's just start with closing the eyes. In this space, we want to connect with our heart and our mind and our soul, and this can begin once we all slow down, once we take that moment to turn off the judgments, the thoughts, the events, the external stimulus, and we quiet down inwardly. As we get a little bit deeper into this practice, begin to notice the breath. Bring the attention to the space in your chest where the chest rises and falls, and notice how that feels going down into the belly. And notice how you inhale, the belly rises and it gets big. And you pause there and you hold this air inside of you. And on your exhale, the belly pushes it up and out of the body, out of the nose or mouth, whatever is more comfortable for you right now. And you play with this. You dive into this. You find curiosity in this. So, as we go, let me just guide us through a few rounds of breath. And let's see if we can begin to be aware of any aches or pains or tensions that are happening within us. On your next inhale, inhale fully into the lungs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. And exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. We're going to do that again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. One more round. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause. Continue this breath if you feel guided to, or however you're feeling that breath in you now after those guided ones all together. Please choose what is most comfortable, and let's start to pay attention to any mind thoughts that are coming up. So any emotion that is happening, any feelings, any certain event. Maybe you had a fight with a lover or a friend or a family member, and you're not sure how to communicate your own inner dialogue, your own insecurities, your own reasons for why maybe you lashed out, or why you are unable to respond in a moment, or why you reacted in such a way. It's not the matter of the fact that these fights happen, it's how we decide to heal them, or to bring our awareness to, hey, this was my responsibility on my end. I'm going to admit to this, bring it forward, and in my equal exchange here, what is your responsibility? What is your truth? What is your side of this? And how can we come together on a deeper level? This could look like anything in work as well, anywhere in building something, in creating something. If it's with yourself, doesn't have to be with another person, but just truly see what is arising for you. if it has to deal with emotions or external situations, global events that are happening. What is fueling that fire, and what sparks you? What do you hear and then you react to in your mind that's very quick and impulsive, and that you almost don't even have to think about? Almost like our automatic breathing or blinking, so to say. What is it that sparks up in you? As you ponder these questions, allow the breath to continue to fill up the body. Send that breath wherever you're feeling the tension or the hardness or the aches or the pains or the tingles or the goodness. Maybe you feel really, really relaxed and you're able to open up into this. Maybe you're able to extend through your legs and your hands or your arms or your neck, and you can feel the space within you being expanded so that you are capable of allowing more love, more light, more clarity. As we take a moment to continue to gather these thoughts and these explanations inside of us, admitting to ourselves or taking up that responsibility, holding space for ourselves, holding space for our own silence, holding space for what is really going on within us. As we lay here with our eyes closed or we sit here, I want you to imagine that you are in an open space. This can look like a field, this can look like a desert, this could look like a canyon, you're on the river, maybe you're in a certain building. Any open space, however. Whatever that looks like to you, and I want you to imagine that you're walking. You're walking, and all of a sudden you start to see vegetation of some kind. You see over the horizon a certain view that brings you relaxation and ease and joy and seamless, just kind of moments where you just feel yourself in all of your essence stop and take in whatever that is. And as you're walking and as you're noticing the smell that is in the air, the kind of air that surrounds you, maybe it's damp, maybe it's hot, you notice the sounds happening, if there's little creatures running around, if it's a different kind of noise, if there's music, if there's laughter, if there's anyone else around you in this open space. And as you walk, you hold yourself in this loving grasp, this loving cradle, like you're walking so delicately wherever that is, wherever you're going. And you come to a certain spot and you sit. You start to feel that certain judgment or that fear or that conversation or that argument or whatever situation that was external and aggravating you. And all of a sudden you have a box and you're holding this box. Now this box, tell me what it looks like. Tell yourself what it looks like. Is it wooden? Is it metal? Is it made out of air? Is it glittery? Is it soft? Is it hard? Is it big, small? Is it locked up all over the place? Is it tied with a ribbon? What about this box do you see? Do you see a certain color? Do you see a certain way that it hinges open? Does it slide? Bring these details into your heart and allow yourself to guide you to what this looks like. Simply allow whatever first comes up, allow it to be that. Do not wash that away. Do not wash away any of these instant impulses. Try not to let the ego dictate these things. Just let them happen. And in this box, you open it, and what you're going to do is you're going to put whatever external stimulus or issues or feelings that are not serving you into this box. And you can think about them slowly, one by one. Think about, when you put this in the box, what are you gaining back? What do you gain by putting to rest what is not serving you? Are you gaining clarity? Are you gaining freedom? Do you gain reassurance? Do you gain confidence, courage? Do you gain a gentler way of communicating? Do you gain a perspective that is larger than your own? Do you gain a sense of oneness with yourself and this other, whatever that may be? Whatever happens, think of that gain, think of that exchange by putting to rest whatever is not serving you, putting it into this box. Remember what you are gaining back into yourself. Once you have taken a few more moments to inhale and exhale, to breathe into this box whatever you need to put into it, we're going to close that box up, seal it however you need to, and in this open space with whatever else is surrounding you, send your box up, up, up towards the sky, into space, and let it go wherever it needs to go, and think about it blowing up in whatever way that looks like. If it's loud, if it's destructive, if it's a poof, if it's simple, if it's a practical way, if it's a magical way or mystic, if it's intense, or if it's just very true to what you're feeling. Just see how, when you let that box up into the sky, how this destruction happens, how this explosion happens. And now watch all the tiny little sparkles start to fall. See how the pieces of this explosion blast away, or they go in slow motion, or however your mind creates this scenario for you. See all of these little pieces float away in that breeze or in the time-space reality you're in. And notice how they are gone from your body. Notice the lightness that has washed over you from head to toe. Notice that the love that you hold for yourself and others is always there. And when we react to certain situations, we don't mean to react hastily or in a negative way. We react because we feel love and we are passionate about those things. And sometimes we just don't know how to express it or to share it or how to communicate it in a loving way, or how to have the other see it in a loving way. And hopefully by releasing these demons, these little external events into this box, and by setting it up into the sky and letting it be destroyed at your will, you have gained back the power to share your undeniable love of life, of self, with the other, whether that be the other part of you, the other part of them, the other part of a business, of whatever. Take a big inhale, fill the belly all the way up, fill up the lungs, fill up the chest, expand yourself as wide as you can and keep filling up. Pause at the top of this breath and open your mouth and exhale that breath completely out of the body. Feel the relief of that breath leaving you. Feel what it is to not carry those burdens or those insecurities or those weights. Allow that heaviness to just continue to fly away, to continue to leave the self. I want you to lay here for as long as you need. Continue to breathe, continue to feel into this space that you've created and expanded around you. And walk yourself through that open space for however long you need. And sit down with yourself, wherever you are, and use that box to help take the weight off and to allow it to go out to the universe. Allow the mother, the earth, the world around you, allow her to help you. Allow her to take these hardships away, these hard thoughts, these hard moments that we have as a human, day in and day out, and let them simply float off without judgment and be replaced with love for the self. You guys are doing awesome. I'm so proud of you for sticking around, and if you need to, feel free to write or journal after this meditation. Lay here for as long as you need to, and I cannot wait to hear how the rest of your week is going. Namaste.